Why a narcissist never wants to discuss their actions. There is one thing that consistently unsettles a narcissist more than conflict itself in any relationship. It is not criticism, disagreement, or even emotional confrontation that creates the deepest discomfort for them. It is being asked to calmly explain their actions in a structured and accountable way, because accountability is the one environment where control becomes difficult to maintain and reshape. When a narcissist is forced to discuss what they did, their carefully built emotional narrative starts to feel threatened. They are no longer able to reshape the story in their favor without facing direct resistance or clarity, and that is where the internal discomfort begins to surface, even if they do not show it outwardly. A simple question like "why did you do that?" can feel deeply destabilizing in these dynamics, not because the question is aggressive, but because it demands reflection they have learned to avoid over time. Narcissists often build their identity around being right, justified, or fundamentally misunderstood by others. So any discussion of their actions feels like a direct challenge to the identity they are protecting. Instead of exploring their behavior honestly, they instinctively shift toward protecting their self-image and emotional control. This is why conversations rarely stay focused when accountability becomes the central topic of discussion. They may change the subject without you even realizing how quickly the direction of conversation has shifted. They may reframe the situation so they become the victim instead of the person being questioned. They may bring up your past mistakes to dilute attention from their present behavior and actions. Or they may simply deny details that are uncomfortable, inconvenient, or damaging to their preferred narrative. All of these behaviors serve one core psychological purpose beneath the surface of the interaction. It is the protection of their self-image at all costs, even if truth becomes secondary in the process. Because deep down, many narcissists are extremely sensitive to perceived flaws, rejection, or emotional exposure. But instead of processing shame in a healthy way, they convert it into defensiveness, blame, or emotional control. This is why calm and rational conversations often turn emotionally confusing or exhausting very quickly for others. You may enter a discussion seeking clarity, understanding, or simple acknowledgement of what actually happened, but you often leave feeling blamed, misunderstood, or mentally drained without receiving real answers. That emotional confusion is not accidental in these relational dynamics, even if it feels chaotic in the moment. It often emerges when accountability threatens their internal sense of superiority or emotional stability. When facts are presented clearly and calmly, they lose the ability to distort perception as easily as before. So they shift away from